Sure
Here
enough
we
did.
go. Okay, says we're live. So, hi everybody. I'm AJ with AJ's Personal Touch. Sorry, I'm using StreamYard, so I'm not seeing what I normally see. And I'm not used to being live. This is my first live, and I am here with my best friend Nadine.
Hi.
And as the thumbnail and as everything says that I wrote, she sent me my birthday gift and my Christmas gift, and I have not had a chance to open them because I've been sick. And there we go. A little more centered there. Sorry. And besides that, she said she packed them in a way for me to do them as Happy Mail. And I always open my gifts with her, as she always opens hers with me when I send her something. So I said, why don't we try to go live? So that's what we're doing.
It's our first video where we're together.
Yes. My first live, and we're together. So that's great. Hopefully you will get some people to join us soon. So I know I talked to my one friend and she said she might pop on, but I don't know if she will or not. I know from my other account, I checked and I didn't get a notification, but Nadine said she did. So
I did. I got a 30-minute check-in. Like 30 minutes, AJ's going live. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it shows a 1 up there, but I don't know if that means, I don't think that means you. I think it means there's somebody watching. So hello.
Yeah.
And now
Hi.
it says 0. So
It's
I
okay.
don't know.
It's okay.
My counter is never right when I used to go live on Facebook. So I'm sure it's probably the same here on YouTube. If you happen to catch the replay, please leave a comment and tell me what you think. I'm just sitting here for a minute, catching my breath. I have been busy. Because I've been down the last couple days and not feeling well. I had a massive migraine yesterday, which is also why I wasn't able to finish my Vlogmas like I wanted to. I have been tech editing, and I figured, I've mentioned tech editing on here before, but since I have what I've been doing right next to me, I could kind of show you guys what I do when I tech edit a little bit, because I'm not going to screen share and show you all of the other stuff. But when I first start, I take the pattern, which I'm going to cover the picture here because I'm not going to tell you who this pattern is by, but that's just a brief pattern. I take the pattern and then I take my graph and I graph out the rows. And this, I spread the row out 4 different ways because it's a very, very long row because it's for a sweater. I have other ones in here, like here. That was for a hat. It was easier. But I do that, and then by graphing it out, I can count how many single crochets I have, how many double crochets, triples if there's triples, how many shells, how many whatever. So the counts at the end of the rows, I'm checking to see if those are right. So this particular pattern, I have been working with a designer since end of October, I think, at least the beginning of November. And it's a very, very intricate design. For it to be my first garment that I have ever tech edited, it was kind of scary at first, but then I thought, hey, maybe one of my most difficult should be the very first one because it'll help me with everything else from here on out. So, and I actually did 2 little patterns for her not too long ago that were my first paying ones. So, and what I mean by that is I've offered designers that I have worked with being a tester, a regular crochet tester, as long as friends who are starting to design and different people, free tech editing just for a testimonial on their first pattern. So, and that's what I do with that. And it looks like Nadine's getting ready to crochet, so I'm kind of envious. I have to finish my daughter's wall hanging, which you have all seen a part of if you've been watching me.
I'm so excited to see that.
Sit here and talk while I do that. So that's a lot of counting. It's only single crochets, but it's a lot of counting and changing of colors. So not something I can do while I'm sitting here. But figured I'd just show you guys briefly what, tech editing is. Because when Nadine and I sat here and we first started talking, she was like, have you done anything today? And I was like, yeah, I told you I was working.
I was like, no.
And she was like, working? And I was like, yeah, tech editing, working. My mom was so funny. When she saw me post that I was a tech editor when I finished class, she was like, I have a problem with my computer. Can you help me since you do that now? No, Mom, that's not what I do.
That's a different tech, baby.
I'm like, I could probably help you if I could drive to get there, but so yeah, it's kind of funny. I was like, that's not what I'm doing, hon.
That is funny. It's cute.
Well, not hun, but Mom. But anyway, yeah, we get to go see
Yeah,
her again tomorrow for a little bit.
that's gonna be nice to see your mom on
Yeah,
New Year's Day. Start the year off right, right?
yeah. We usually don't see him on New Year's. She had Christmas stuff for Christmas a little bit. It's always just come whenever you want to because she used to do dinner and stuff and she doesn't do that anymore. But not really a big dinner. Hello to whoever just popped on. It shows that somebody is here. So please
Hi.
join in the conversation. It would be really nice. You haven't missed much. And again, it went back to 0. So I don't know if that person left. I feel like I'm
No,
boring and this is my first one.
no, no, don't worry. Don't worry about the numbers. They'll come and they'll go. But sometimes people linger. They linger in the back.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know how it shows that,
I
but
won't look at that. I will try to not look at
yeah, don't do it.
it. I will post a comment though.
Yeah, I will too. But I'm on my phone, so I won't at present, but I will. Um, on knitting, I had to rip off all my knitting.
Oh
I
no.
uh, I was doing the hat, and I thought I was doing good, and I looked at it, and I was like, "What the?" And I had the count wrong, and then I realized what it was the pattern wasn't made for in the round. It was made for straight. And I was like, dang it. So so I had to rip it all and then do a different count. And now I'm in a good place. So I'm in a
That's
good place.
good.
Yeah.
When you talk knitting, it's like speaking Greek to me. So
Yeah. It is sometimes, isn't it? It's funny when I look at the pattern, there's no like initials or anything. It's just like circles and squares. You're like, what? What the? So I'm really excited. I'm gonna for you to open your box. I'm put my little
yeah.
caps on.
I was just setting for a
Put that
second.
thing.
Like I said, I'm catching my breath because I was working and then I hurried up to get my StreamYard open and then I hurried up and watched a couple of tutorials to make sure I could get my StreamYard working correctly
I'm
since I
stretching.
hadn't used it before. And I know a lot of people are having problems with their
It's
StreamYard
true.
lately.
It's mm,
So I was just hoping that it would. Hi, Brenda. How are you today? Yay. We got somebody who
Happy
responded.
New
Yay.
Year.
Happy New Year. Well, almost Happy New Year.
Yeah. Well, in
Um,
Denmark it is Happy New Year.
well,
So
yes,
somewhere in
in
the world
Denmark.
it's
Well,
Happy
somewhere.
New
So,
Year.
yes, tell us where you're at, Brenda, and let us know if it's Happy New Year for you or not yet. I wasn't thinking about that. Um, yeah, cool. I'm trying not to look at the number. I
Don't do
forget
that. Just yeah.
that. um, what was I saying? Oh, I had to sit down and rest for a minute because I had to go through and do everything to make sure my StreamYard was up and running correctly. And South Carolina, oh, I have a really good friend who lives in the Carolina, but I always forget if she's in North or South. I do want to visit someday, though.
Yeah, I
That's
used to live in Charleston. You'll love it.
yeah,
You'll love
that's Neely
Charleston.
that I'm talking about. She's in one of the Carolinas. I always forget if she's North or South, though. Um, my friend Nadine has met my other friend just briefly. Um,
Yes.
anyways, I had to check it out. I had to watch a couple of videos, make sure that I had it all set up. And I'm glad that I did because I learned a couple things that I didn't learn when I thought I was going to go live before. So I was able to set up easier. Hi, Mage Darren. Did I say that right? I hope. At first, I wanted to say Marge because I expected to see an R there. Vom Red. What I don't know what that means. You live in
Merry
West
Christmas.
Columbia, right in the middle. Can you read the Can you read the comments, Nadine?
No,
That's one
no, I
thing I
don't
did
have
set
it
up
up.
was for it to let you read them, but since you're on your phone, I didn't know
I'm
if you
on my
could.
phone, and I've noticed when I have done that, it makes a weird like sound like
Okay.
it, and I did not want that to happen this time. So I was like, no, man, not messing up the first live.
Well, I don't want to make everybody sick to your stomach, but I do have to move my computer so I can get in a position to open the box.
Yes,
Have a
and did you shake it or look in it?
I have it's heavy. I haven't been able to do much with it.
Okay, ooh, okay. I was like, did she peek? Are you a
Remember,
peeker?
I
Are
had
you like a?
surgery. I got in trouble for bringing it in the house
Yeah, you brought it in the house?
because when it was delivered, he wasn't home,
No. Oh my
and I brought
gosh.
it in the house because I didn't want to leave it out there.
Oh my gosh. It's
We've been
heavy.
having too many package pirates around here lately. So far, knock on wood, none
Yeah,
of
most of
them.
those package pirates, they don't even need it. They honestly come from a really good, like they have nice, beautiful homes. They just got nothing to do with themselves. That's what it is
Well, I know I've
around
been
sport.
reading on our the backyard program or whatever, our neighborhood program. There's been quite a few around here, but knock on wood, as far as we know, it hasn't happened to us. Although I have had a couple boxes of yarn not make it to me that my aunt sent me, but I just think that because she's disabled like I am and somebody else has to send it and she's not her husband. I don't know if she's my husband's aunt. So I think she was married, but I think he passed away. But she's not married anymore. She has a son, but I guess it doesn't always mean that you're married.
Yeah,
And
well,
thank
in
you,
the
Brenda.
future, get the tracking number.
Well, that's what I've told her. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess when her son took it, he never brought her home the receipt. So she didn't have the tracking number. Because when I asked her for it, I know to do that. You know to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, sure
When I
do.
asked her for it, she was
Accountability.
like, "What's a tracking number?" And he didn't bring me any. So then she asked somebody else to send me a box. And when it was like 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, I messaged her and I was like, hey, Aunt. And I don't want to say her name. So I was like, it hasn't made it here yet.
Yeah, I had a
And
friend
she
that
was
sent
like,
me.
I was like, have you seen the person who sent it for you? And she's like, no, I haven't seen her again. So I'm afraid that the person puts it in their back seat and then forgets about it,
Yeah, it could
and
happen.
just doesn't care, or I don't know.
Or something. Yeah, I had a friend that she's like 72, and she sent me these socks right here, little Christmas socks, because I
Oh,
love
those are
socks,
cute.
right? And she sent them to me, and I told her to get a tracking number for it, right? And she's
Hmm.
like, "Oh, do I have to send it, certified mail? Because I don't want to certify it." I'm like, "No."
It's like,
It's
no, you
like
send it anyway, and you get any way you
you
send it, you get a
you get
tracking
yeah
number
you get
now.
a receipt, you get a tracking number. She's like,
But it
"Really?"
didn't used
I
to
was
be
like,
that way. It used to have to be extra.
"Yeah, that's what she was
Yeah, Brenda,
asking."
sometimes they do keep it. And that's what I'm afraid. I don't think like when her son sent it, I don't think he kept it.
Hmm.
But I'm afraid he like maybe put it in his back seat. He's a truck driver, or who knows, in the trunk or something, and forgot
Yeah,
about it.
just
Um,
gone.
but the other person, I think she just kept it.
People do that. You
because I
know,
think because it's a package and because packages cost so much to send now, I just figured she pocketed the money. And who knows, if she wanted the yarn, she kept it. If she
yeah,
didn't,
a
then
lot
she
of
may have
people
taken
love
it
the
to
yarn.
Goodwill or
Yeah, no, people love
whatever.
the yarn. They really, really do. Like even if they're not a crocheter or something, they'll still keep it for crafting. Well, I'd like to
I'm
think people
trying to be
are
careful. I
artists,
don't want
but
to cut anything
mm,
because I didn't like the sound of. Okay, I didn't like the sound that I heard when I cut through that right there. But everything looks okay. Okay, wow, you stuffed this, woman.
I
Okay, I'm
did.
going to try my best to show the first view of this
Okay, okay. Yay.
without hurting myself here.
You don't hurt yourself, please.
See, I had surgery on the 23rd, Brenda, and I have a small incision, but I have to wear a abdominal binder. So it limits my
Yeah.
movement some. But look at this. Spoiled and packed. Oh my goodness. I feel so spoiled. I almost decided to order from Hobium for the first time today. And I was like, you know what? I really don't have anything to order yet. Although I have a baby present that I want to make somebody. Then I'm like, and I don't know what's in this box sitting here from Nadine. And my friend just got a big order that she got on Facebook Marketplace
Mm-hmm.
that somebody must have passed away, unfortunately. But they had tons for $98. I think she spent. She has like over 100 pattern books and yarn all the way back to Windtuck, and I mean old vintage yarn. And so she's going through it, and whatever she doesn't want, she's going to see what I want. Because at first she was like, I'll just send you whatever I don't want. I'm like, from what it looks like, you may want to ask me before you send all of that, because that's going to be huge postage. And both of us, her and I, are both, I'm also disabled, Brenda. I just can't get disability, which really, I'm not going to get into all of that. But yeah, we did everything. We ran the gambit, and I can't get it. So I love her. Very first thing, she made me an angel.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
I make you an ornament every year. Last year I made you an ornament.
I think it was a heart last year.
Yes, it was. It was a heart. Sure was.
And this is a little symbolic because Nadine just moved, and I tried to have it waiting for her. Yes, I had a lawyer. I did everything. That's why I said, everybody wants to try and help me and say, you should do this, you should do that. I did everything. And it was a technicality, and one that we can't get past. And the judge tried her best when I was in front of the judge to give it to me, but she couldn't. So anyway,
Yeah, that was a dark day. Yeah.
yes, that was a dark day. I worked my butt off on trying to get it. So really, really hard. I went to more than one lawyer, actually.
I'm nervous. Am I?
But anyway, Nadine just moved, and I tried to have it there for the day that she got to her house, but I forgot about the fact that they may not deliver it because nobody was actually in the house yet, and the post office may not have realized that the house had sold. So she didn't get it. It was supposedly delivered on one day. She didn't get it for like 2 weeks after, but I made her an angel.
Yeah.
I make one of my special angels, which actually hers was actually shown because I taped and I showed her angel before I sent it to her. But I make special angels for special people in my life. So, and with her moving and how stressed she was, and she had just had surgery then.
Yeah, I still have got my brace on right now.
Yeah. Major back surgery, and I just knew she needed to have her angel, and I wasn't going to keep putting it off saying, oh, I'll get to it. That's Nadine. She's my best friend.
Yeah, it means a lot to me, actually. I'm in places and I walk around and I have it in my pocket. And I have sometimes it's really hard, and I just want to cry. And I just hold
My
that little angel. I'm like, okay, I'm not alone.
never alone. I'm always here with you. I collect them too, Brenda. Brenda's saying she collects angels. She also
Oh,
said she's been disabled since 2008 and
oh,
worked to help her
dang.
get hers. See, that was part of my problem is I was working part-time and then I worked for myself for a while. So all had to do with my credits and what I had and what I didn't have. And I had to prove I was disabled in 2006 to 2008. And those were actually some of my better years. So we couldn't prove it. I mean, it was still bad. I've been sick for a long, long time. Oh my goodness. She made me a hat
Yeah, and I included some of the
and
extra
sent me
yarns.
the rest of the yarn.
Yeah, just in case, you know,
That
there
is
might be some.
beautiful. I was going to make me a hat myself here, like in the next week after I got done with Emily's present. So
Now the yarn
thank
is
you.
wool, so it's a rougher wool, but it's super warm. So
Yeah, I could have used this the other day. This will be great when I have to go down to Indy, and which is what I was going to make use up because I haven't used any of my knit crate yarn. I was going to use some of my knit crate yarn and make a hat for myself specifically for when I go to Indy and I'm in the car and I'm so cold at first, but then it warms up and it's easier to take a hat off than it is to take off a ton of layers.
yeah, that's the back a day pattern that you were
I
talking
can tell I've
about.
made this.
Yeah, yeah, with the Gary hat.
The bushwhacker.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. I just made another one. I made it for no. I did the chocolate bonbon hat I made for Emily's boyfriend. And
Yeah, I made so many chocolate bonbons. They're fun.
I made two of the bushwhackers for Hat Not Hate.
Well,
So
they're fun. They're fun to make.
yeah, they are. And that's why if I need a hat, I like to go and find one of hers because she uses so many different, sorry about all the noise. She uses so many different stitches that it makes it fun. When I did those hats for the order that I did, um, hi, Irakli Prokofsky, another one that says VOR.red. So I'm thinking maybe it's a bot, unless you can tell me what that means, because that's the second time I've seen that from a name that I haven't been able to pronounce very well. So, not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I don't know what that means. So, if you could tell me what it means, I would really appreciate it. Okay, what to do next? Goodness. Oh, I didn't tell you what I got for Christmas. I got my not my Stanwood. I'm like, I can't think of it now. My Stanwood umbrella. My
Spinner?
not I had the spinner, the umbrella, what you put the yarn on.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
of what it's
great.
called. I can't think of what it's called now. But I
Me
finally
neither.
got it. I usually know what it is. And that's one of my issues, Brenda. My eyes are so bad. Brenda says her eyes are so bad she can only use chunky yarn. So I'm glad that I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, I can't believe I can't remember what it is. But the thing is Amazon sent her one and they lost it. So they sent her another one. I ended up getting two. Swift. Swift.
There it is. Yeah.
Mandala. Isn't that gorgeous? I love rainbows. And she's in her new house. And I also got I finally got the cutter with the board and everything so that I can cut up all my sheets and stuff that I have from my massage office. So I can
Yeah.
make ropes and stuff from them. And she ended up buying me the kit that has
Hello.
the board
Oh,
and cutter and everything in it. And then she bought me another cutter. So I have like three cutters because another one of those she got twice. So there's that. I'm not going to tell you all well, There's so much in here. And
Yeah,
I'll show
that's
the
the
specs
big
on these.
mandala, like the bonus
Yeah,
that you
this is the
showed us.
bonus. This is like, I finally, did you see? I showed it on here. I got 2 of the bonus of that color that I wanted, the mew or meow. Meow.
Yes.
That's what it was. Meow. So, yay. Have a baby blanket or lovey to make. And I was trying to decide it's for a baby boy, but it may be rainbow.
Yeah. It's nice to work with, actually, those mandala cakes.
I worked with my very first one when I made Emily's scarf this year, and I loved it because it's acrylic, but it's
Hmm.
got a spring to it.
It does, a little bouncy.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, this is bouncy. And as I was
And
working
it
with
kind
it,
of
and I'm
holds, it doesn't just, if
like,
you,
ooh,
the stitches don't just pull right out,
right.
even
And as
hold
I
it.
was working with it, I kept going, ooh, this is squishy. This is bouncy. And my husband's like, what do you mean it's bouncy? I'm like, it's just different than other yarns I've ever worked with.
It's got some pep in its step. Yeah.
And when she opened it, she was just so in love with it.
I'm glad.
You sent me a crystal cake.
I did. I sent you a crystal cake.
Thank you, Karen Crystal Cake. Ugh. See, I'm trying to train myself to like this soft stuff, but since I have the latte cakes,
Yeah.
I'm
But you
getting
can
away
also
from
just
them.
look at it. Like, oh,
Yeah,
pretty.
it is so gorgeous. It's gonna take. I made those the hats I was talking about that I made for the order that I did. Those were made with
Hmm.
really soft yarn, and it was like I had to keep on using lotion to keep my hands
Yeah.
hydrated through it. But the stitches were the same through it, and it was a gorgeous hat. And everybody's like, how small of a hook did you use for that? And what size yarn? And I'm like, well, it's just DK yarn. It wasn't that small of a hook. But to
Yeah.
look at it, it all looked so small. But I got so bored with it. And
Yeah,
it had,
with this one, I
more than
think
one
it's better to
stitch.
use, it tells you
Right.
the hook size, but honestly, I would use a size one and maybe 1.5 size larger, just so you can, so it has a little drape to it. Because the way it is, it just holds, which is
Uh,
great if that's what you want it to do, is just hold. But I would use, it looks much, because the pretty shine in it, right, with a little bigger stitch and the looseness, it looks so pretty, like fluidy. You know what I
I
mean?
might
Like a little.
actually go and look for a pattern made for the yarn.
Hmm.
I like to do that on certain yarns, and that may
That's
be
a good idea. Yeah, but I've noticed when I used a bigger hook, it just flowed, and it like took the light, and it looked liquidy almost.
3 Mandela Thick and Quicks, and this is the elf one. No, this is Garden Maze. I
Yes.
have 1 or 2 of this one. I have either Garden Maze or Gardenia. But even if it's Gardenia, it'll probably go with this because it looks almost just like this, but I'm thinking it may have a little pink in it. So I may have the makings of a Latvian if I put
Ooh.
the two together because it's a 3-pack like this. So thank you. If you want,
You're
Brenda, if
welcome.
you want me to tell you the specs on these, I will. But otherwise, because there's so much in the box, I'm not telling all the specs. But I can go back, and if there's any of these that you see and you want the specs on them, just let me know and I will tell you what it is. This is the Thick and Quick. So this one, I'll at least tell you the size of them. I wasn't thinking about that. Thick and Quick is a size 6. I knew it was a 5 or 6, but I couldn't remember which exactly. So there's that one. And go back to the crystal. This one is a size 4 because it's really soft. I really want to get some more of the holiday yarn that I got from Hobie. But the thing is that is made with the lace weight. And I had such a problem. I got in such a mess in trying to untangle it.
Oh man, I love the lace weight. I've been
And this is the
converted to
size
to
3.
lace and fingering weight. I love
Well,
it.
see, I like them and I love them because I work with them. Um,
Well,
yeah,
for garments, with
I,
garments, it's incredible.
I
So,
work with them like doubled all the time, so I'm fine with that. And some of the ornaments I made, I doubled, some I tripled. it's just I was using the same one and I was going from both ends to double it without like rolling them.
Mm-hmm.
I just ended up with huge mess because a whole bunch of yarn barf came out. So it was coming out
Ah,
steadily from the one end, and the other end did a bunch of yarn barf. And then the next thing I
you're
knew,
like,
I had a huge
save me.
mess in my
Save
lap.
me.
And my husband's looking across the room at me like, what are you doing? And I guess it's a good thing that I was always the person who untangled all the necklaces and stuff in our house.
Mm-hmm.
And that must have came because I learned how to crochet at such a young age because I used to have to undo the yarn. Well, so now when I use the smaller weights, it makes it easier because I'm used to undoing necklaces. So,
Yeah.
but
But the
I
trick
have
is
to
not
admit,
to pull.
I
It's to
had to,
like, you
I
kind of
ended
like
up
gotta,
having to cut out a little bit. So,
yeah. It's okay to do
but,
that.
and yeah, I figured you might know some of the specs, especially if you've been watching Brenda, other people, because yeah, Bag O'Day, she's one of my 3 favorite creators on YouTube. So I have 3 of them that could be in the number 1 spot. So and one of them actually surprised me the other day, and I was watching her video, and she mentioned me. I sent her a Christmas card, and I actually made a little angel that I put in it. And she mentioned me in my channel, and I about fell over because she's one of my absolute favorites. And that's Ella from No Catchy Name, if you happen to watch her. If not, you should check into her someday. I just love her so much. She makes amigurumis. She makes some of the best bags. I have one right here, which she's getting ready to put some out. She's getting ready to have a baby, so she's getting ready to put some bags out. And this is one I got Halloween time, one of her Halloween bags, and I just love it. All I have are what are these called? The drawstring bags, but she makes more than that. I want to get one of her box bottom bags, and she has some kind, I can't think of what she said these are going to be. There's a special clasp on them that she's going to put out. But since I have Christmas money, I already told my husband when she puts them out, I'm going to buy myself a bag. So there's 2 things of Whims Merino. Thank you.
Yes,
Which I'm so sad I'm not going to be able to get it anymore now that they're discontinuing it.
they are.
And this one's a size 4. They're both a size 4.
Yeah, they're so
Well,
soft though, right?
yes, I have some of these, but I don't remember if my purple is DK or 4. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the rest of these out of the box. Let me see. Brenda says, I like Linda, Crystal, and her too. So I'm guessing that and her too is
Yeah,
Ella.
Linda Simpson. I love her.
There's a couple Lindas, so I don't ever assume when I hear Linda. So,
That's so fun.
and there's a couple Crystals too, but I knew since she mentioned Bag
There
O'Day.
are. There's
Bag
quite a
O'Day.
few crystals.
Oh,
There's a
this is
crystal with.
Cat's Eye.
Yes,
Tweed. I
it's the
love
tweeds.
tweed so much.
Yeah, you were
Thank
talking about the
you.
tweed and not getting it that time, and I was like, oh. So I found the tweed for
Thank
you.
you. I found one to do as present in a tweed, but I didn't get that one that I wanted. But it's all done. He got his present. He loved it. His
Yes.
fiance got her matching one, and
Well, that one's
he
really
loved it.
pretty. I think when you start working,
It
it's like
is. It's
it's so
gorgeous.
nice. It doesn't get boring at
Oh my
all.
goodness.
Yes.
An anniversary cake. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
She says Linda in the UK. So I don't know if you're talking.
Yes.
Okay.
Linda Simpson. Yeah, yes. Yes.
I'm going to
I
cry.
love her.
You're going to make me
Yeah,
cry.
yeah, I got you a new color. Hmm.
Oh, because the only way I ever get an anniversary cake is if somebody gives it to me because I can't afford all that since
Yeah.
since I'm not making much money, which hopefully
It will turn around, you'll
get the
see.
word out about my tech editing and
Yes.
that will change things. But I'm so worried about him and his job too. So but we could talk about that when we're not on here. This is Lollipop. He got an offer from a different school system.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. You'll see. It'll be great. And I thought you would like the colorway.
And this is a number 6. Do you know how much I've been wanting some larger yarn because all I have is the smaller?
Oh, well, I'm glad I got that then.
So much.
Oh, I hope she likes this.
I have some, but what I have it in, I don't usually have enough. Can't say that about this.
Yeah.
But this may be put aside because I've got to watch it. My binder is trying. You know what?
Just fix it. Yeah. We're family here.
No, I'm taking it off because it's catching against the yarn.
Oh, no. Yes.
And I don't want it to ruin the yarn.
None of that. No fuzzy buzzies.
No. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I mean, you have done way too much. I don't even know what I'm going to get you.
You don't have to. I think
birthday was.
I just can't wait till you get down to your thing in the
I'm
tube.
saving the thing that's been in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. It's like I sent you that special. So.
Because I know I'm probably going to cry when I see that.
Yeah, I had to wait for that. So I was like, no, I'm sending it all together. So that's why it came a little late.
This is another parent anniversary cake. But what you guys about
that's last year's season, and they don't make it anymore.
Yeah, it's last year's. And again, this one is a number 6. And she sent me another one kind of like it. But they sent her a couple messed up ones. And so they had to replenish
Give me a good one. Yeah,
for her. And because of COVID, they're not asking for the messed up ones back. So they let her keep them. So she generously has passed them on to me.
Yes. And I fixed it. I did fix it. I was being a big baby, but geez, they shouldn't come messed up. I was being a big baby about it, but they made me happy.
Yeah, you must. I mean, it looks like you've done what you can, but you can tell that it came all because
you can
fall apart on the top again. And well, like that one that you had didn't even weigh what it was supposed to.
It did not. It looked like they played a game with it. It actually looked like they were like, "Here, throw it on your hole." Okay, you, and they like caught it. That's what it looked like. And it looked like one of them grabbed it from the top and swung it to the other side. Like that's what it looked like.
Brenda wants your YouTube. Nadine doesn't actually have YouTube yet. Her and I were supposed to start our channels at the same time, but she hasn't been able to start hers yet. And that's
too many surgeries. But things are slowing down for me now. So
she does have her channel kind of set up. You can subscribe, but she doesn't have anything.
No content
up yet. So if you actually, do you want to say what your name is so she could, is it the same?
Oh, yes. It's just Nadine Smith.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I am.
Is it Smith Jensen or is it Nadine Smith?
I think just Smith.
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember. But if you look on mine, who I'm subscribed to Nadine. So
yeah.
And mine are.
So my New Year's resolution is I could have that, and I'm going to set up my channel. So it's coming. It will come.
Mothballs.
I did send that to you, but if you open them and you see, they're wrapped really in a cool way. I think that you'll yes, because I use them and they keep my stuff safe. And it's lavender scented, you know.
When I send you a box, I might have to send them back to you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm glad you said that, and I just read that I'm not really. I can drink lavender tea, but lavender scents, unless they're like mixed, like when I was massaging, if they were mixed with gardenia or other things, and lavender wasn't the main scent, I could handle them. But if it's a scent that's just lavender alone, it usually makes my sinuses and everything just take off. But mothballs do that as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll open it.
Hey, they're not going to smell them through your house. You just put them in the container to keep them safe. But you're right. You'll be working with the yarn.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't
Are
find
they
it to be.
individually wrapped in here? So if I open
Yes,
them, they'll okay.
yes,
I
they
may
are.
open and open up one and see how it is, and if I think I'll be
Hmm.
able to handle it. But if not,
Yeah, so I was trying to show
I'll
you
set it
that.
aside, and when I have another box for you, I will sit.
Yeah, just
Or
send it
if
back.
you want me to, I can add it to my prize box. Which I don't have much in there
Yeah, maybe I
anymore.
could do that because honestly, they work really nice and they're individually wrapped with two, and they're in this little packet, so they don't rub on your stuff or anything. Usually, when you get the mothballs, they're by themselves, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're in the open,
Well,
and they
here
can
I can
kind.
open it, and
Yeah, I don't want you to get sick though. But it's really not too much. I was surprised by.
it's not too strong that I might be able to handle it. I have
Yeah,
cedar. I have some
I
cedar
do
ground chips
too.
that I
I
hang,
use them
and
both.
I have a long cedar plank. Ooh,
I use them both, but they
I
got
can
rid of
smell the
because I'm in the
mothball
new
part
home.
just from opening it. Whew.
Yeah, I was in because I moved to the new home and we had these little guys living in
Oh,
the
I see. And you just put the
closet.
pack in there because it comes through the pack so strong.
Yes, exactly.
I actually smell mothball over lavender.
You do smell my over lavender, but
Hi,
there's but
Maribel. Maribel is hooked is here.
they're just a little interesting because you can just slip them in, and then they're easy to take out. You don't have to go looking for them, and when they're done, they're done. They just diffuse down to nothing, and then you're
Okay.
over.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah, because I can I'll put them in my cabinet and see because
Well, they do
maybe it'll
wonders,
also
and
help keep
like
the
I
cat
said, in
out
the
of
new
there.
home.
The
I'm
cat
sorry, I didn't
keeps
mean to.
the
We
cat
keep
keeps
talking over each
trying to
other. I'm so sorry.
the cat keeps trying to get into my cabinet with my yarn, so maybe it'll keep him out of there.
Yeah, well, it does work. My cat was the same way, but not only that, because the new home, I had little guys in the crevices and stuff, living their best life in the empty house. And when I brought those out, they're gone. I don't know if they died or what, but they're outie. I haven't had one issue with anything.
Oh,
And my
that's
house
good
does
to
not
know.
smell like mothballs. It's just in my craft room particularly, I have to take care of the fibers.
Right, right.
You've seen my closet. It's it's a and I have them closed
I
in.
saw your old closet. I haven't seen your new.
I would show
I
it
think
to you.
you
It's
sent
pretty.
me a picture,
It's yeah,
but
it's nice. I
you were
I think it's
talking.
nice.
I don't think you heard me say Maribel is hooked has joined us.
Hi, Maribel.
And it's a name that I know from other places, so I didn't know if you would recognize her name or not.
Yeah, yeah. She is at David's live 2 days ago.
And Maribel, here, this is Nadine. She's one of my best friends, so I'm almost to the end of the box that she sent me. You might want to go back and look. She sent me quite a bit. I can't believe how much is in here. And then these are these Tencel
Those
or
are yeah, those are the ribbon like fibers that Lion Brand was selling.
okay.
I you can open one up and just show it. It's
Yeah,
It's it's a it's a really shiny fiber. It's pretty interesting. Um, they usually mix that in with other yarns, right?
well, I
Um,
noticed that they're showing more and more different yarns that they have available like this on the
yes,
rolls.
in the rolls and the cones,
This feels
and
so nice.
it does, doesn't it? And it's fun to work with.
I
It's
would have
fun to work with.
loved to have had this for for my nephew's hat that I made, the brown
Yeah,
tweed one. That would have gone in there so nice.
it just makes things a little interesting. You can do it by itself, or mix it in with others.
And
It's
what
really
color
fun.
is the other one that you sent me? I'm not going to open them both
Well,
up.
one's Glacier and the other one's Iceland, but
Okay.
they're brown. They're neutral colors.
Okay.
They're both neutral color. One's brown and that one's like a golden taupey color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maribel is saying yes. Some people put it together with a regular yarn. And
Hmm.
thank you. She told me happy belated birthday, and she says we love shiny.
Yeah. Yes, I love shiny too. Each one of those is over 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
So,
when she got this though, it was such a mess in her box. She sent me a picture, and it was
mhm.
unraveled all over inside of her box.
They didn't. They just put it in a bag, right? They didn't even put a rubber band, nothing on it to keep it
So,
from unraveling, and I got it. I like wanted to cry.
yeah,
So,
actually, she did cry a little.
I did. I did.
She called them and they took care of it just like they did. Well, they weren't the ones who had the anniversary cake, but they took care of it. And they sent her out new ones, which is why she sent me these.
Good try. Yeah. I cut off all the yarn barf and just sent it to you. Yeah.
Okay, my leg has fallen asleep while I've been sitting here. I'm going to slowly put these back in. I'm going to bring the back to me when I show the smaller things. I
Sorry.
haven't opened them yet.
Yes, I hope you like the tweed. I looked long and hard for that tweed. I'm
I
like,
love
no.
the tweed. I absolutely, this is,
Yeah.
I put it in here, but
That actually took some effort.
this is the tweed I'm talking about. She's talking about. Isn't that
Yeah.
gorgeous? Oh, that's so gorgeous. Oh,
It's just
and
fun
it's
and it
called
doesn't
Cat's
get
Eye.
boring.
And the name of it is just perfect, Cat's Eye.
Yeah.
I love my kitties. She loves her kitties. She has one. She has a Maine Coon, gorgeous Maine Coon. I got my two kitties. She has a kitty and a cat. So, or a
And
kitty
they're
and a
best
dog.
friends.
And a dog. I said a kitty and a cat. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Well, one of them thinks he's a cat. Yeah. Cooper.
Well, that's okay.
Cooper and Gemini, and they're best buddies. They're best friends.
My co-host, as you call her, Kalua, the cat that you guys usually see,
I do call her your co-host.
she is our cat dog. Or yeah, I call her cat dog all the time. And my husband made a comment yesterday. We actually had a gunshot go off in our neighborhood again yesterday.
Oh no.
And we don't know what happened. We just heard a car take off after the gunshot. We couldn't call it in because we were in the process of activating my phone in the mess that we were in with my phone.
Oh.
But I'm sure somebody else in our neighborhood did because they had multiple calls on that first one that happened a couple months ago. Okay, I need to try and move this because I'm very uncomfortable. So I'm sorry. I wouldn't do this if I hadn't had my surgery and needed to, but I have got to move those.
No, your health comes first. So.
But I'm trying to wake up my foot before I stand because otherwise I'm going to go straight back down. I was in a position I'm not usually in. I just need to get the box off of the couch. Anyway, she heard the gunshot. She was sitting right next to me. She sat up and growled and looked all around like nobody's coming near my mom.
Because that's dark energy, you know? Gunshots, and especially when they're used in an ominous way. The energy in the air, like your heart drops, right? You're like,
I got it off, but I can't move my leg and I don't want to stand and fall down. So
yeah, don't do that. Okay.
But Bob was like, my husband's name is Bob. He was like, oh my goodness, I've never heard her growl before. And I was like, really? She's done that since the day we brought her home. Anytime somebody does something that she doesn't think is right to me, she gets mad and she growls. So don't want to.
There's a gift where the lady asks, what are you going to do if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you don't have a weapon and someone busts into your house? And then she like zooms over to the cat and the cat's like, how you doing, mother?
Now watch what you say.
Yeah. I know, I didn't cuss. But it was so cute because that's exactly how they're like, you know? Like, little claws, like, how you doing?
Oh, sorry, Brenda. I was just getting ready to open the last part of my gift. Brenda's got to go. She said, sorry, I have to go. We'll see you all in the next one.
Bye, Brenda. Thanks for coming.
It was so nice meeting you, Brenda. Have a very, very happy new year. And the bot is back.
Bot is back. Okay.
We think that's a bot, Maribel, because it's the third time now it's been here, second time with this name. And I have no idea what it's got written there. So, and I don't know how to boot. I don't think I can right now. But anyway, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A yellow Odyssey. Thank you. Oh my
You're
goodness.
welcome.
I know you tried to get me the, I keep
The
calling it, we
the
both call it the
lilac.
lilac one, but it's
Yeah.
actually it's called Iris.
Hmm.
And you couldn't, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
This will be my second yellow. So gorgeous. Oh, I cannot wait. It's a tiny one. Oh my goodness. I have been wanting a small one to see. Most of the ones that I have are bigger. And with doing amigurumis and the ornaments that I was doing with the smaller,
Hmm.
I was just, yeah, I'm an affiliate for Furls Maribel, and I got their notice that it's back. It's actually been back for about 3 days now. That I got the notice 3 days ago, and it came back 2 days ago. So we usually get informed a day or two before something posts for the
You,
public.
usually when they have a new color, I get it like like right away. So
Oh,
I and but I yeah. And then they
now
spelled out for you. I went back to get one and they were gone. They were gone in the first 3 days. That lilac,
that
it
didn't
was out.
surprise me because people love purple so much. I mean, purple is so
Hmm.
many people's colors. The first purple, if I remember right, was sold out.
Yeah, I
Lickety
just
split when the
ordered the
first
first
came out.
purple. They finally filled that back in along with the lilac. The two were filled.
Oh,
And so when I already had a lilac, so I went back and got the purple, the dark purple. I had to have it
and
because I
I
love
actually
purple.
use this color on a couple different or this color, this size
Yeah, and I got
on a
that, and I
couple
got
different things.
The
So
Aries, streamline. Yeah, the purple. It's purple too.
yeah, I've cut myself off from furls right now because with not having money, it doesn't
Hmm.
even phase me when they come out with a new one right now, just because I know I can't afford it. So I just don't go there. I mean, you and I
Yeah.
talk about them, but that's about as much as I do. I can't even dream of getting them. So thank you so much. Even the streamlines right now. And that's mainly because the streamlines, they don't make them in the smaller sizes. And I'm thinking
No,
it's
they
because,
made one. I do have one in a small size from the Pisces, and I believe it's an F. Let me go
I'm
see.
putting my polish on this right away.
I'm checking that.
Yes, Maribel. I understand. I'm a knife grip, so I love the weight from the Odyssey, but yes, they are for some
Yeah,
people,
you're
they're a
right.
bit heavy.
It's a G. It's a G. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
smallest they
G
went.
is the
Yeah.
smallest that they go to.
Hmm.
They had listed, I think, an F for a while, but then stopped. And I think because with those, I'm
They
assuming, I
snap.
don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that they snap much
Yeah,
easier.
I would think they would snap. Yeah. Because I've actually thought
But
with the wrong fiber I could break this, you know.
one of the misconceptions with the Odyssey, and I just heard somebody else say this when she was reviewing it. One of my other favorite, here I said my top three were, actually, I didn't say who they were. I said Bagoday was one of them. I said Ella was another.
Hmm.
Um, but the other one that I've been watching religiously right now is Hannah from Creative Cottage. And she's the one that I told you about. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch her or not. But my
Hmm.
all time favorites are always going to be Hook to the Left, Whippy Chick, and Yarn Geek because I've been watching them forever. So when I say I don't know, I feel like since I've been chatting with them also for a long time, when I think of my YouTube creators that I'm just like in awe of, if they'd ever say my name, are the other three, Ella and Bagode and Hannah. And I have to watch because I sent a card to Hannah too. She actually sent me a thank you today, um, which was so sweet. And I made one for her daughter's tree and one for hers, but they're both crocheted, so she's going to put them both on her daughter's tree. Her daughter just turned a year old.
Hmm.
Yes, Mel and Julie are they're very awesome. That's why I said those three. I mean, I think of them all the time. I'm always posting on their Facebook page and stuff. To me, they feel like friends. even though I really don't know them as a friend, they feel like friends. They feel like family, like I've known them forever. And the other ones feel a little bit more out of reach to me. And Ella actually said my name on her channel the yesterday. She didn't say it yesterday, but yesterday is when I saw it and I watched it. And I was fangirling over here. And my husband was like, "What is going on with you? What's your problem?" I'm like, "Ella just said my name." But it
Well,
wasn't that
I
she said my name. It was that she said she had been watching my channel the day before. And so I totally geeked out because Hannah has said my name because I've won something on her channel and because I've sent her something before in the card. Crystal has said my name and I geeked out at that moment too because I sent her an ornament for her tree.
mhm.
And I used the yarn that I hand dyed because I made her an angel like the one I sent you. And yours is
Yes.
also from the yarn that I hand dyed. And I explained to her, that I had the first and second yarns that I ever hand dyed on hers. And then the yellow one too, because it was my favorite color in one of hers. But so I fangirled there, but I fangirled really, really hard time when Ella was like, "I was just watching your last Vlogmas yesterday." And I was just like feeling like
Hey.
crud after my surgery and everything. And all of a sudden I let out a, "Oh my goodness." And my husband is like, what?" It's like, Ella just said my name. But
That's
anyway,
so exciting.
with the weight of these, what some people don't realize, here, get me back in here,
Yeah, the
is some people, like when I watched this review that I'm talking about, they talk about it being weighted and they talk about it being weighted on one side. But the
no,
truth
it's not.
is,
It's
they're
even.
perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
They are
It's
weighted, so I can't do it. I watched Cinnamon Stitches do it once, so that no matter where you have it and where you hold it
mhm.
on your finger or whatever, it's going to stay there. It's not going to fall off because it's perfectly balanced.
Mhm.
And the nice thing about that is as you're crocheting, it helps dip in and pull out and it helps you do your stitches
It
like
does.
kind of with you.
Because
And I
sometimes I
can
take it and I can like punch it, like like
mhm.
depending on
And I can crochet like 5 times faster using
Mhm.
one of these, which is why I would like to have one in every size.
Yes.
And I have explained it to my husband and I have told him, especially when it comes to if I start getting more orders, it's going to help me because it's going to help me crochet faster.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm
but
missing two to get a set, but I'm hoping they're gonna come out with new colors so I can,
they're
you know.
supposed to be. I've been watching some of the videos, but not a lot of them lately. But a couple months ago, when Furls took over the Foundry magazine and
Mhm.
stuff, I started watching some of the videos and watching Miss DeVeter, and she and she had
I hope they bring back the dark green.
Simply Pam or something Pam. I can't remember her full name because she's one of the designers that I follow.
Mhm.
She's like the I can't remember, like the head above them all,
Mhm.
below Harrison Ford, of course, or below Harrison. Um, but they were saying to look for new colors in the future. I don't know if you know it, but we can hear everything that you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, but it's better than me moving around. Like
Okay.
I'm making people sick.
Um, but they're supposed to be coming out with new colors. They're supposed to be improving where the size is on there and how it keeps falling off.
Mhm.
Because as you saw, I dutifully got my clear polish out and polished that on. I
Yeah,
haven't had
my
a problem.
lilac didn't have an. It doesn't have a. It doesn't have a size on it.
If you let customer service know, they replaced, I can't remember which one I have that my size wasn't on.
Yeah, if
Remember?
they send me a sticker, I'll put it on. But
And
because
that's
we have
exactly what
size.
I told them. If they sent me a sticker, that I would put it on. Oh, it's not in here because it's what I'm using for my husband's sweater. Um, I think it's an I, and or no, it's a J, and I couldn't tell if it was an I or a J from the sticker fell off, and they replaced it, and they gave me the label to send the other one back.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to do that. I hate to cut it short, but I have to go eat dinner out with the for New Year's with the
Okay.
family. Not yet, but in like a couple of minutes. Just want to make sure you know.
Okay. Yeah,
I put
and
out an
I
hour.
think StreamYard only lets me do this for an hour anyway. So
I'm not
because
cutting it. I'm not being. I
I
hate when
know.
you have to do that because I'm like having so much fun. And then I can hear in the
So am I.
background they're like, "Where's my socks?" And,
Well, like I said, StreamYard, because I don't pay for it, I use the free version. If I remember right, they cut you off at an hour anyway. I'm not positive
oh,
on that, but I think you have to restart it or something. So yeah.
well, I just wanted to say I couldn't. The finger puppets didn't come in time to keep this because I keep my streamlines, those particularly the Odyssey hooks, in a finger puppet to keep them safe. So when I'm not using it, when I'm crocheting and I put it down for a second, I put it in a finger puppet and it keeps it safe so they don't fall and drop and break the tip.
I've
I think I've seen.
never even seen her.
Yeah, they're it's very beneficial to
What
have
kind of
it.
finger puppet?
I'll
I
get
mean,
one.
there's
Hold
a
on.
lot of different finger puppets.
Hold on. I'll show you. Don't want to make you sick walking around. Okay.
Hope you're having a happy New Year, Maribel. I know you haven't said anything again for a while, but I hope you're having a really happy New Year's Eve.
Well, the joke's on me. I think the cat stole my finger puppet. It's like a little. It's just a tiny little puppet. Mine's a chef, like
Okay.
the chef
Is it
from.
made out of cloth? Is it crocheted?
Yeah, it's made out of cloth. It's just a little cloth finger puppet.
Okay.
It's a Sesame Street, not Sesame Street. The Muppets. The chef, like the guy that like you know. Did you ever watch Muppets?
Yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking
And
about.
it's the Swedish chef, and he's a
Yeah.
him, and
Okay.
he's made from cloth, and he's got a little apron. Because I'm a
Yep. I
chef,
know who you're talking about. Yeah.
because I'm a chef, I no, that's my guy, and I have him, and I put any finger puppet will work. There's a cloth one because they've got enough fiber, and it holds the tip perfectly, and it keeps them safe, and they're
Well,
cute.
what I do, and I've done this ever since I was a little girl with any hook that I had, whether
Hmm.
steel hook or whatever, is I just put them inside another skein of yarn. So,
Oh,
because I'm
that's
usually
clever.
working with more than one, and so if I need to put it down for a minute, I either put it in the one I'm working with or I put it in another. And that's how I know how to find my hooks because I always put it in a skein of yarn. So I'm always
Oh, that's so
taking my
smart.
skein and I'm going like this a little bit to see which one has my hook in it.
That's so
So,
smart. Hold on a sec. My cat. My cat. Get away.
and
I don't want to.
I found another hook that I really, really like at Christmas time. And I know I showed them on here when I got them. I see. Cute.
Yes, I mean,
I
he
would
takes it.
probably just crochet something for it.
Yeah, you can too, but
But
yeah, I'm
like I
sorry.
said, I just shove it inside of my yarn and it keeps it protected. And
There's.
but I just found another hook that I really, really like. And it's kind of a long, and I know people have been using it, but it's another one that people have a love-hate relationship with. And
Hmm.
I found that I really like it is the prim hook. I had
A lot
what
of
was
people
it,
like that hook.
10 or $15 reward from Michael's, and I had to
Hmm.
use it, and I couldn't find. I mean, I could have found some yarn that I wanted, but I couldn't find anything, just a small quantity of something that fit in what I had, and I really needed. And oh, by the way, I love this small stocking. I forgot to show that. That's the part where it was in. Um, but I I got them with my rewards because I wanted some more Susan Bates, the ergonomic Susan Bates ones, because I
Mhm.
really like those. And they didn't have any in, and they had the prims, and they had them in the smaller sizes, which I need for my amigurumi and for the ornaments that I wanted to make. And I really love them because they've got that nice little pointy, sharp point on them, and they're the
Mhm.
inline style. So I really like that. And the other thing that people don't usually realize about any of the furls hooks, um, you either have somebody who says they're inline or they say they're tapered.
Yeah, they're
Because for
both.
the longest time, Cinnamon Stitches thought it was a tapered hook, like
Mm-mm.
the ones that she loved, the boys, but they're actually a combination of both. He took the good qualities of both and put them into one hook.
Yeah, you got me. You showed me the Odysseys last year, and I fell
Mhm.
in love with them. I love them, and they're the reason why I can get my projects done as fast as I do. They are really like I can work so much faster. Like you were saying, you could work faster.
Nadine is a new crocheter, and she crochets when it comes to time so much quicker than I do. But I don't know. Sometimes I go slower just because I don't want to have to rip things out.
Yeah, exactly. I it depends on the project. I think you're pretty fast. I can't believe how quickly you're getting the tapestry done for your daughter. It looks
I
amazing.
am so close. It is so close to being finished. I cannot
It's,
wait for it to be done.
and you're switching of the colors. I mean, it's intricate, and you're flying through that baby. Like,
Oh, I've had to pull back some rows. Like I found out that I switched colors like one stitch too soon. And you know me, I don't like to leave mistakes. I mean, I know some people think a mistake means like my friend, her grandma would always, if she was making a new Afghan, always gave her the first one because she knew it had mistakes. So she told her, she finally asked her grandma one day, why do you give me the ones with the mistakes? And she said, because those are the unique ones and it reminds me of you.
no,
And I think that is so true. They have character, they're unique. And certain things, if I've made a mistake, I'm not going to go back and change it, especially if you can't tell or if I think it looks a little better.
yeah,
But when it
that's
comes
true.
to the tapestry, I kind of can't do that because maybe if it's just one stitch, but it kind of, because it's the tree, when this row was one stitch off, it kind of like made the tree go fine and then it went burnt.
Mhm.
So it went over and then came back into place. So I was like, okay, even though it's just one stitch off, it was one enough to make it look
Yeah,
nice. So I had to go back and take it out. But if I mess up and you can't tell, then yeah, I don't go and I don't change.
yeah. I
So,
exactly. I think your work looks great.
well,
Okay,
thank you. I can't believe how much I got done for Christmas. So,
there's
so
my monkey. I can't put him on because
yeah, yeah, because it's
YouTube
not
doesn't like children on the screen.
right, right.
Carl,
I
I'm
know.
going. Wait, I
So
gotta
I'm
go
gonna
eat
be
dinner.
off here in just a second, Carl.
Like, please stop.
I'll talk to you later, Nadine.
Okay, I love you. Bye,
Have a good night.
everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, just me. We need to get going anyway because it's over an hour. I hope everybody has enjoyed looking at my stuff as much as I enjoyed opening it. It was a surprise to me when she told me that she had packaged it for me to put on camera. So I just figured it would be nice to have her on here with me when I did it. I was going to show again and I forgot. And now that she's gone, I wanted to show for Nadine because she didn't get to see when I took my hair out the other day and I had put it up so I could take it out again. But I guess I don't really need to show that again. I did have somebody say that they would like me to show how I put the curler together. So I will try to get that in here sometime soon. I'm working on a pattern that has to be done this weekend, done tech editing, so it will not be this weekend. I need to make myself a new one that's a little bit smaller, because this one's a little bit too long for her, as how thin my hair is. When I go to tie it together, I can't get it quite as tight as I would like, because then it hits where all the stitches are. That, or I need to just increase the length of my chains. But if I think about it, that's not going to work, because it's still as long as it is, and it's still going to hit the ends together. So yes, I need to make a new one that's smaller. So maybe when I make the new one that's smaller, I will come on and show it, and show how I did that on the first one. Try to use the same stitches. I just won't use as many stitches as I did in the first one. And tell you how I did the first one, so you can know the differences. For somebody who's got thicker hair, they would probably need the size of the first one that I made. Somebody with thinner hair would need whatever I'm going to make next. And then so on. You can make it to whatever personal size you would need. So I hope everybody has a fantastic new year. Happy New Year here a couple hours before the ball drops. Maribel, it has been great chatting with you on here. And if you come back and happen to finish the rest of this, Brenda, it was really, really nice talking with you too. You stay safe as well, Maribel. I cannot wait to get to know the rest of you, and you, Maribel, and Brenda, even better. I truly enjoy doing this. I truly enjoy meeting you guys, reading your comments, and I want to make a family on here, just like I feel that Hook to the Left, Mel, and Julie, Whippy Chick, and Ginger, the Yarn Geek, like they have done. And like I said, I already feel like I'm part of their family, and I feel that with some of the other creators that I watch too. Other ones, like I said, I fangirl when I watch them. So yeah, I just love. I when I got back into crocheting after college, and I had not been crocheting for a while, um, and then as my daughter was watching YouTube as she was growing up, I never really thought of looking on YouTube for tutorials. Um, or people who would just talk about yarn in general or anything, until one day when I was sick and I was on YouTube watching the other people that I watched, because my daughter turned me on to just a couple other YouTubers that she watched and that I would watch, that I don't even think of anymore. I don't go see their channels or anything anymore. But anyway, I had gotten to know somebody who I watched who was more my age, and she would do different unboxings and things from thrift stores and Dollar Tree and things like that. And because I watched actually every single one that she put out, I'm behind right now because she has a coloring channel, and I have not, I've been working on things that I can't watch her while I crochet, like the tapestry project. So I'm behind on watching her. Um, but because I was watching her and she did all the Dollar Tree hauls and things, and I'd watch other people like that, all of a sudden, somebody who pinched their pennies with yarn and crafts came on, and it wasn't Affordably Crafty, it was somebody else. And I've been trying to remember who it is, because I used to watch this person's videos religiously at first, but she had been off of YouTube for a while, had just gotten back on, and then like had really big gaps in between. And it was through watching her that I found Affordably Geeky. And then through Affordably Geeky, I found Ginger, the yarn geek. And then I found the yarn hookers and so on, and how I just started finding everybody. So if you wanted to know my history with YouTube, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And I have a ton of channels, and I try to watch each one at least once a month if I can. But I have so many of them there that I like to watch, and people that I like to see what they're doing and that I chat with in the chats when I'm watching other lives, that it is just so hard for me to watch all of their videos because I have so many saved. I have a couple hundred, channels saved, and most of them are yarn channels now, yarn and crafting, and some are coloring. So, yeah. But anyway, it's time to wrap this up. Again, have a very, very happy holiday, everybody. Um, if you're watching this on replay, please put hashtag replay and tell me, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Um, if you have a comment for Nadine, I will tell her and she can come and, and read it. And for those of you wondering, Nadine had to leave. She had to her family was needing her attention. Um, so yeah, just leave a comment. And if it's for her, I will let her know and she can come and, leave the answer. If it's for me, I always try to comment back. The only time that I didn't was here recently after my surgery, and when I was feeling so terrible, I did make sure that I hearted all the comments. Um, I may go back and answer them in a couple days once I'm caught up with things here at home, and once I get my daughter's tapestry done, because they're going to be coming over, her and her boyfriend, maybe next weekend, and I need to have it done because I did have a box of Christmas stuff that did not make it here in time. And so they're going to be coming over to get the rest of their Christmas gifts. So on that note, again, have a very, very, I was going to say merry holiday. Have a very, very happy new year. I need to go take a pain pill because I'm feeling it and I need to lay down for a while. So have a very happy new year. It was great being on here with you guys. If you'd like to see me go live again, please let me know. I would love to make this a regular thing. I'm just not sure what day and time to set it as. So please, especially if you're seeing the replay, if you're still here with me when this goes up after being live and when you can comment, let me know if you enjoyed the live, if you'd like to see more, and if you'd like to see more, what kind of things you would like me to cover in the lives. And I would love to start going live. I would even like to start going live when I'm working on a project and just sit here and crochet and chat with you guys. I don't have so many people that it's going to scroll through so fast that I won't be able to comment back. So right now, that would be a really nice thing to do because I would be able to see all the comments and comment back to everybody. So just let me know what you think. If you'd love to crochet together, I would love that. If you guys would love to come up here with me, I would love to meet you that way as well. I could come on some night and send an invite to the room, and whoever would want to come up and join me can come up and join me. So I am open to so many different ideas. Just let me know. And then between then and now, or my next video and now, remember, please always remember that you matter. You matter to me. You matter to so many other people. And if you ever need me, look me up. And I'm always here for every one of you. So, and I have not forgotten, I will get a giveaway together for reaching 100 subscribers. I just have to get this work done first. I got to get this pattern done, which if you're interested at all, if you're watching this right now and you want to see a little bit of what I do when I do pattern tech editing, I showed that at the beginning because I've been working all day today on tech editing. So since I had it sitting near me, I figured I would just show what I do. So I did show that at the beginning. Um, and that's that. Again, remember you matter, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're handsome, all of the great words. You are. Took me a long time to believe that in myself, and I finally do. And thanks to my daughter who has helped me with that. Um, but have a great, great, happy new year. Go watch the ball drop if that's what you're going to do. I'm going to turn on a special that they're having in Nashville right now. I did tape it so I could watch all of it later, and I have some more tech editing to get done tonight. So have a great night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Night.